then you're really an outlier, and you're going to need to get with somebody who's devised a system that's going to provide a bridge between your last paycheck and your first commission check. When I ran a team, we would do that. We'd bring people out of the service industry, the car industry, and we would say, hey, I know you're used to getting paid every day, but over here, it's going to take a minute to get paid.
So now that we have your brokerage, we have your goal established, let's talk about like budget, because this is going to set the framework for what type of lead generation they can be doing. So if you decide to go the team route, you're not going to need a budget. So that's a great option if you have zero budget and you also want maybe some hand holding. And John and I and Lars, we work with teams all across North America, in Canada and the US. So if you decide to partner with us at EXP, we have a vast network of teams that we could help get you placed on those teams to help you out as a new agent if you decide to go that route. So reach out to us on that. But let's just say your heart's set on being an individual agent. That's the route I went initially. Then I started my own team eventually. But it's like, what is the budget? Because there's ways to generate free leads. Those tend to take a little more hustle, a little more work. But then there's also paid leads that can get you to a deal pretty quick without having to sift through so much dirt to find that gold. So I guess let's talk a little bit, John, first, someone who has no budget, and then someone who has, say, maybe $500 a month in budget to put towards their marketing. So talk about some free ways someone can get started as an individual agent.
So I think if I'm going to do this
very low cost. Or very low.
I think if I'm going to do this topic justice, like I always want to give advice that's going to keep people safe and on a proven path. So for me, it's simple. It's if you have no budget, then you're really an outlier, and you're going to need to get with somebody who's devised a system that's going to provide a bridge between your last paycheck and your first commission check. When I ran a team, we would do that. We'd bring people out of the service industry, the car industry, and we would say, hey, I know you're used to getting paid every day, but over here, it's going to take a minute to get paid. So we're going to have to get you up to speed. You're going to have to do a deal, and then you're going to have to wait for that deal to close. So we would put people on a draw. So if that's you, that's okay. If you have no money and no budget, I think you need to find a team, and you need to be on some kind of a draw. I'm not going to advise that you go out and live on credit cards or do anything dangerous like that. Go find a team that'll put you on a draw, and then you guys can work that out. So that's first and foremost. If you come into this and you say, hey, I have a limited budget would look like probably $2,500 to get started, which is going to be your real estate classes fee. It's going to be your upfront MLS fee to get access to the MLS, which you're going to need to get your lockbox key, your basic requirements to being a licensed realtor. And that's before you even choose what brokerage you're at. And then I think you're going to need 90 days of runway, meaning 90 days of whatever your monthly bills are. You have to have that set aside to get started, unless you're going to have somebody bridge that gap for you. So if you're going to do that and you have 90 days and that's all you have is 90 days plus 2,500, then I think you need to join a team, whether you want to or not. If you're going to do it independently, like you're suggesting, AJ, I think to be safe and wise and really plan for success, I think you need 6 months of runway plus the $2,500. So if your household bills, your car payment, your rent, whatever is, say, $3,000 a month, then you need $18,000 plus $2,500. And that's being real. And maybe you can get that from a family member or borrow that, what have you. But I think that's really giving you a correct expectation. Now, on top of that, if we're going to have a marketing budget, which is what we're talking about, and even if that marketing budget is $500, I would tell you to do what I did, which is go after low cost to no cost leads. And I would pursue expired and visible marketing, which I know you can speak a lot to, AJ, because you really excelled at that in your career. I would also do open houses for people, and I would get out there and I would promote myself online. And you have to have some kind of a lead gen platform in order to get them the access and the properties and manage them. Good thing is at EXP, you get that for free as part of your monthly technology fee. And you're going to get a platform that's going to allow you to grow your business.